Hello and welcome to part 16. This part, which is Aeon Coaches, as the name implies, as you probably won't know, is going to be where we're going to actually construct some bus routes as requested by Salmir. Now, his suggestion was that we should create a series of bus routes around this triangle of rail networks here. So all this kind of section of the map, which to be fair is probably a good suggestion because buses are something that have been quite neglected after the past few parts, and we have cities like this which are pretty big now and have kind of created themselves into sort of a big conglomerate of towns, so it's probably best that I do invest some effort in actually connecting them with buses, which are obviously going to bring some of the nearby villages in, but they do help for capacity on the main lines and stuff as well. So the first thing we need to look at is what bus routes we're going to establish. Now, I'd prefer to do long distance bus routes. So we have quite a lot of cities along here which have developed. Obviously we have Nunnington here, which is doing quite well. Like I said in a previous video, I mean, if the amount of passengers waiting at a station is less than the population of that city, I tend to say that's a good job, really. Good job, guys. Right. But so that's doing okay. But I mean, well, Edinford's doing okay. Then you've got things like this. I mean, look. There's 4,000 passengers waiting here and for a little two kind of platform station and a single bus stop. So these are kind of the things I should be looking at, really. In honesty, I should probably actually look at expanding this branch line. I mean, yeah, that station's okay. That one's okay. 1,000, 3,000. Yeah, okay. So this branch line in a later video needs to be expanded, doesn't it? But for now, we will look at the bus routes. So let's establish where the main kind of routes will be. So we could create a route from Nunnington, which runs around this area, up through here, through Harnhall, brings into account this village here. Would be nice if we could get that one as well, but it might be quite tricky to build. Let's have a look. We've got this. You see, there's a lot of kind of staggered towns and things around here. We'll have to see what we can do. Yeah, so that one could come up to Traberg and then maybe up through here and then down to Warnpool. Yeah, that would be a good shout, wouldn't it? Let's just construct this one first and then come on to what we can do next. So Nunnington's going to have to become a bit bigger. So let's create a second bus depot there. I was debating whether we should build bus stations in the same town, sort of out of the town. So if we have a look here, that's the catchment area for that bus stop. So if we built one there, in theory, that would be a good shout. And it probably is something we should start doing, because it will feed into the main stations, but I'm not too sure. Is it worth it? Let's think. I'll probably say no for now. What we maybe should do is, if we start coming on to sort of intercity transport, or sort of same city transport, maybe have a lot of bus stops and things in there, and then those buses can use that. But what we'll do is, we'll have the bus route come through here. Let's see how this town's doing. So they all want to go through Meebon. There's not really much of a point having the bus route stop there. So let's just connect that up to there. Let us try and build this road around to Fedham, which clearly does need the bus route. Let's build this road up here. So that's the route it will take. We'll extend this bus station, just so if there is another bus waiting, then that's not going to be a problem. Let's get rid of these buildings, tidy up the town a little bit as we go through. Get rid of these little bits and pieces. Connect that onto there. That'll be quite good for the town to expand on. I wanted to connect it to there. Let's just put it up there. Okay. So that's the first bit. Then it'll come through Harnhall. Now what are we going to do here? We could potentially make a bridge there, couldn't we? Is it worth it? What I'd probably say would be better is that we build a bus route later on, like a smaller bus route, which actually uses this. But for now, what we'll do is we'll have it come through Han Hall. So we'll create a bus station there into this village. Just going to lower this. And from here, yeah, we'll have it come up to this village, which isn't currently serviced by anything. So we could have a bus stop there. And then from there, you can come up this hill and into Traberg, which I will create as a sort of bay, because it's quite a big city. So in the future, you'd imagine that there'd be multiple bus routes to this city. Okay, so then from there it can come over this bridge, which we shall now construct. Wow, there's quite a lot of bridges available. Through here, this village. Where should we go from here though? Shall we have it go to Runhattan? I would say yeah, we might as well, hadn't we? So let's create a bus stop there. And here, it will be preferable to raise this and create a bridge like that. This is quite a big city for just a simple stopping station. I don't really want to do that, but we'll demolish that and add an extra bus station there, and then get the bus route coming out of this side of the town. Kind of loop around there. Whoops. And through here. Now, this was it Puberg? It's probably a better shout, isn't it, as to where to go. So let's move this way. Now I'm very cautious of these level crossings as well. Don't want any accidents, any destroyed pensioners on buses. Let's just get rid of that. And build a bridge. Nope, it's a bit too grand, isn't it? Let's do that. And then extend Puberg station. And then we'll be into Warnpool. Okay. So that's one bus route. Quite a long and extending bus route, but that is what we need. It'll cover quite a few different villages. For this one, I want to use the Bendy bus, as we know that this is the one that holds the most passengers, and it's going to be quite a busy route. So Nunnington, Fedham, Harnhall, and up through here. And as this one's filling its timetable, we'll assess where we can build the next bus route. And we'll just create a few which connect up these towns and villages. Here we go. And into Warnpool. Away you go. And this can be called Aeon Coaches. Let's call it Route 1. As I'm building this, I am noticing, I'm trying to pick up on what's happening around, so it is a good idea just to keep tabs really of what's actually happening on your network. So this junction here does look congested. This line especially, I mean, in the 0.5 parts we're doing, at least this section here has helped traffic in this area. We should probably look at extending this 4-track system up through here and reassessing how we build the branch line services. It's probably going to be best that way. Alright, so that's doing its route. Now, should we have a service which basically goes from Prunningpool Falls, and let's have a look. There's no point having it go up to Warnpool, is there? So we've got this village here, which could be serviced. Then Dunfingfield through here. This will probably be the best shout after that. Let's think. It's a shame that this bus stop isn't on a different angle. Would have been good that way. But hey ho. Right. Well, I suppose it is only a small village, so it doesn't matter too much. Is it worth having? Probably is worth having a bus route that goes through here, actually. Yeah, this is what I would say would be best. Redstone seems to be doing well by itself. I'm trying to think of a... right, okay, yeah. Printhead is where this is going to terminate, because look how busy that is. So, let's create this route. So, basically it's going to be Printhead to Proddingpool Falls. So we already have the main part constructed up to here. We'll just have to create a bridge over there. In fact, we can actually create it up here. That's quite straightforward, not much to do there. Create the bridge. Tied arc bridges always do look nice. Reminders of the Tyne bridges in the northeast of England. Okay. Let's not name that after the farm. We'll have a bus station here. That's in... See, with this here as well, so this station's actually named after this village, which is a bit bizarre. What I'd probably want to do then, just to make sure that the town actually has a service, is let's create a bus station there. And then what we'll do is create a station here, and then we'll just rename this, just so we know that it isn't actually servicing the main city. Okay. So that's how that's going to play out. Do that. So then it will come from here up to the station and then on to the next stop. Let's just tidy that up. I'm going to construct a tunnel through there. I'll go down here to whatever this is called, Flenfing Well. Okay. Whatever floats your boat. No, that's not the way I want to go. I want to go this way. Down to here. Then you see, just like with the towns before, we'll have a bus stop there. Then a bus stop for the station. And then a bus stop for this town. So you can basically tell that this station is actually the property of this town, because that one was built as a central station, which implies there was already a station created called Gentile, and then this one was just Trondingworth, so there wasn't actually one created by that name. I'm going to delete that house, well, not house, that bound or whatever it was, and do this. How are we going to get under here? Let's tunnel. Being careful not to flood the road with this. Let's do that. And then we can make an exit here. How can we do this? So that's where the tunnel will be. Could we move this up one? Oh, that's going to need to be too long anyway, isn't it? May have to just do this. And then we'll just compensate by building an extra road down there. Oh, yeah, that works well. Right, okay, so that's going to be the second route. So let's create the bus. Should we expand this bus station? Yes, we shall. Let's create the bus for this route. I don't know why it's Aeon's coaches, because they're doing they're not actually coaches, they are in fact bendy buses. Yes. So through here to the station. Because the buses will serve quite well. It does mean that all these villages that the buses just serviced will actually act as a transfer point for this branch line station. Especially when we come to expand the branch line, it does mean that we'll be able to allow for passengers to quickly transfer between different points of our route. Aeon coaches route 2, and I think he deserves a third route. That one's on its way back, which is good. Now, what would be the other route? It would be quite good to have these three towns sort of linked here, because they are very big towns, aren't they? Then again, I was thinking about doing one up the coast, but the train line kind of takes care of that. Right. So we've got a big city here, so this corridor I think should be linked. We could link it to Wanpool and service these villages here that are kind of out in the open. So yeah, it would go around here. Where would be a good terminating point? What if we created a dock here? So let's do this, look. Bit of a different idea, but I'm game for this. Why don't we create a dock here? Obviously attach the bus station to it. And then we can create a dock around here somewhere. Let's do it there. Nope, it needs to be flat land, that's fair enough. Oops. So join that to the main station. Then we create a passenger ferry which actually transfers its services to here. Now that'll basically mean that we're taking passengers from Meeborn and providing them with a bus route. So let's do that. Okay, so we're going to have to create a station in Pinley. I'm a bit cautious about that level crossing. Though I think... oh no, it's a bendy bus, so I'm very cautious about it. Let's think. Let's get rid of that. Thankfully, we can raise that there. And create a bridge like that. Which goes over. Put the bus station there. And this will come around here. Might as well flatten that area. Just comes into funding or footing head. Right. In fact, no, because that's already service, isn't it? Why don't we do this? Why don't we come up here, service this town. Note the oil train that's currently waiting, but that's not too much of an issue because it's returning to depot. Then come this way, yeah, to Dumpling Field. Then it will go from there up here. Yeah, okay, that's fine. I'd like to create a road here which connects back to there. That way, if any of the buses come out of this direction, they can basically go right and back onto the main road that way. So through here. And from there, you can go to this village. And in fact, look, that was created as Farthing Way. So maybe this is actually the property of Dumpling Field. It actually makes sense, wouldn't it? Because, let's have a look. Yeah, it probably is. I don't understand why it was given a name of the other village, but hey-ho. Right, I can come up here. And then from there, you can go this direction. And then, yeah, go this way. There's a lot of different towns and things here. Branch line would probably be a good idea around this this area of the map. Into Runhattan. Then from there you can go up here So let's get this village. Lower this land. And join onto this small village. Should we incorporate this one? Might just be possible. We literally just did that, so create our own road and connect it to the actual town. Yeah, there we go. I'm glad we did that. And here we go, back in Winepool, which is growing quite exponentially. Same bus route for consistency. Oh, same bus route, same bus should I say. Rinstone. And this one does serve quite a few different villages. But it does serve an important point of connecting all the major cities. The reason I want them as larger buses is because they are going to attract a lot of passengers that are using the railways. So they are going to get full pretty quickly. Back down here. Cautious, I want to get this route done as quickly as possible because those docks will be attracting passengers already. Apparently. Maybe. 130 passengers ago, which is one full bus, so that does work out well. Should be transferring passengers anyway. What's it doing? Transfer and leave empty, Pindley Docks. Unless it hasn't actually completed a route yet. I'll keep an eye on that. Maybe it's because this hasn't actually been used yet by a passenger service. That might change when the bus gets there, but I'll keep an eye on it. Aeon coaches, route 3. Okay. So let's go back to route number 1, which is in Runhattan. Which way is it going? Okay. So what we'll do is... Oh, actually what we should do is put these in brackets. Because it's going to put an appendage on the end for the actual route number. And then what I'm actually going to do is name this one X. And send it to a depot. We'll create a new first vehicle. So Nunnington, say for 6 days? No, 3 days. 3 days there because they're used by other buses. 5 days. 5 days. All these new bus routes can be 5 days wait. So I am cautious that the ones we've already created do get very, very delayed very quickly. Or Puberg is used by something else, isn't it? So that can be 3 days. 5 days, 5 days, 5 days. Imagine your bus just waiting for 5 days. Like you just want to get home from work. It's like, sorry man, just gotta, you know, wait here for 5 days. I'll be brought a camp bed. Vedum's used by another one, so that's 3 days. Alright, so that's now in its depot, where it belongs. Right, let's clone a vehicle. Get rid of the first one. And then that number 1. Just want to make oops, before I do that actually. Let's add it to a bus route. Aeon coaches. Route 1. I reckon he's only chosen that name so he appears at the top of these lists. Route 2. And Route 3. Okay. So let's just make sure that the control start date thing is working correctly. It's a long date, but that's what you'd expect. Yes, is it working? Is it working? Is it really working? Oh no. Right, so we've got one that's 26th of June. One that's October the 10th. Oh no, it is working. It's just in a... Oh no, 2, 3, 4. No, that's right, Chris. What you're doing. Okay. How many buses? 2. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Say, I'm gonna say 10. No, 11 for good luck. Why be 10 when it could be 11? Alright, now if we do control start date on this. And pause it, just to check, so make sure that it's going to do it correctly. 7th, 8th, 9th, basically 1 a month. Right, that is fine. So this route is ready to go. The only thing that concerns me is the fact that I can't release them all at the same time. Or can I? I'm going to do something very risky and see what happens. I'm hoping they kind of just queue behind each other and leave a space open for the rest of the vehicles. Oh no! That bus, no! There are other places to be. Go! Turn around. Heading for Nunnington. No, go that way. Yeah. Right, okay. I'll just release a few of those every now and then. Right. In fact, let's fast forward this. So we've got the second bus route, which has nearly done its route. Is that the first time it's actually done it? Nope, it's already completed its route, so let's edit this timetable. Proningpool Falls is 3 days, because that's actually used by another bus route. That's 5 days for everything. 5 days. Printhead is used for something else, that's 3 days. There we go. It was only 1 day late actually, but it was quite good going. So that second bus is gone, which is good. Let's release another 2. Why not? It's just, you know, fuck the system. Cool. And with this one, let's change the whole naming routine. Route 2. Oh no, not 1. X. Go to depot, please. I'm going to wait until this one's completely finished first, so I will get confused. That's that one gone. Just cautious, it's going to take a long time, and there's not really much I can do while it's waiting. I need to try and think of a system that I can use to stagger these out. That is an invitation for anyone in the comments to suggest something, considering this whole timetabling business was suggested anyway. Yeah, how can I release all these vehicles at once? Because at least with trains I can use the sidings, but that doesn't really work with buses. Unless I had a sort of bus depot for longer routes that was used as sort of a timetable filler. Yeah, there's one bus stop free. If I can just get these other 2 released, I can just leave them be. That bus just duplicated. What's it called when bacteria cells just divide and create a copy? Basically did that. Come on, move your bus asses out the way. I want to release them. Yeah, let's just do it now. Please, please work out in my favour. Hooray, it did. I'm happy. Okay, so that's that route completed. So now let's focus our attention on the second route. So what we need to do first is create a clone of that vehicle. Okay, so that's number 2. If I create another clone. Here. So I need to make sure that the second one is the first one I actually release. And then for this one, 1, 2, 3, 4. I'm gonna do 10 for this one. Okay. That's actually the first one. Control click timetable, start date, end of Feb, pause, and let's just double check. Feb, March, April. Hooray. Relief. Relief is the word. Okay, so which one's that? Just the correct one. Make sure it's going to its first stop. Yes, it is. Shouldn't have done that. Let's keep that on screen. So it's going to wait. I'm going to release 2 and hope for the best. Yep, the best did happen. So this is the second route. How is Prodding Pool Falls doing with its 666 devilish population? Very good, apparently. Not outstanding, only very good. Probably because... well, no. Passengers are doing pretty well. Is this... no, that's fine. I was wondering why. No, the bus is stopped. That's exactly what I didn't want to happen. But thankfully it clipped through. Very glad whoever decided to put that in. It's a very good addition. Very good change to the buses. Oh, do you know what it is? I'm just going to see what happens if I release all of them. I'm probably going to completely knacker it up. Maybe not. Maybe so. I'm going to see what happens to this bus. I'm just very curious to see whether it'll affect it as much as I thought it would do. Yeah, that one's not liking it, is it? And there's a bus there as well. Yeah, I've completely knackered the system. Ah well, those buses can recuperate their time elsewhere. I don't mind. I'm a busy man. We've got shit to do. I'm already over my 30-minute rule. Right, so let's go and give it to you for this one. Let's do the old routine. 3, 5, 5, 5. 5. This one's got a bit of a twist. I'm going to make it wait at the dock station for 10 days. Because why not? It's the only thing that will pretty much use that station. 6, 5. Don't think it used any other stations, did it? For older bus routes. No, it didn't. Okay. Get back to the depot with ye. Open the depot with ye. Control click. That is number 1. Did I name all those buses with X and then a number afterwards? Yes. Right, I can't be bothered on doing that. Okay, that can be the express route. And this one, is it a longer bus route? It is quite long, isn't it? I'm going to say 12 of this. How does the... how staggered are these ones? It's quite a good distance, actually. I'm going to say 12. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. There we go. Which one is the first one? Thankfully it's that. I should probably get into the habit of creating the vehicles before I destroy the old one. Save a lot of complication if it works. If it doesn't work, I'll be quite upset. I'll probably cry. Hurry up, get to your depot. Past the massive queue, please. Okay, you can go. You've done your service. Let's timetable, control, and click set date. And let's test. Starts in August. Starts in September. Starts in October. Hooray! Right. Go. Go, go. Set a few off. Gradually building confidence with this approach. Confidence will dwindle, I'm sure. Oh dear. Confidence dwindling at an alarming rate. Oh no. What have I done? Oh well. I have this a very tense feeling when I see all these buses just... Oh man. The London effect. Right, that's it. Get your asses out the way. Oh god, what a backlog. Hurry! If I fast forward, even though time's actually the same, I'll feel like the effects have lessened. That is one busy ass bus station. I think that actually deserves a 3rd rank. Oh god, the council's determined to build a skyscraper there, and I'm determined to stop them. I'm going to change that bus station to like that. Optimistic. That's fine. There's still bus stops available. Yeah, that got away with that one. Cool, cool. All is good. Right. Please work. Hooray! Okay, I'm happy. Right, so what have we accomplished? We've created 3 long-distance bus routes, which are going to increase capacity in this section here, which, as was rightfully pointed out, has pretty much been neglected apart from the rail networks. It does mean this area is going to grow quite quickly. That is the downside. Is it really a downside? But yeah, this area is going to expand very quickly. So it's a good job we have a pretty decent rail network in place. So at least everything is non-stop, and so it's very easy to build additional sidings and things should we want to expand the rail network. But yeah, so I'm quite happy with that. With a lot of buses, which should be making us a lot of money. Yeah. Whew, yeah. About plus 10,000, 10 to 15,000 each. It's a lot of money. Oh yeah, let's check on the dock. Is this working? Is that empty? No. Oh no, it must be because it made profit last year. Let's check. So it goes back to the docks. Transfers. Yeah, it's working. So yeah, transfer at Prerelease docks and leave empty. Okay. Yeah, so we have made that. I think that's quite successful, to be honest. What we'll do in the future episodes, as Tally is pointing out to me, and my cat, is we will look at the other little villages and things we may have left out. For instance, this one here, which is unfortunately not near a bus route. We will incorporate those in at a later date. And yeah, maybe it's time that I look on some other neglected areas. For instance, freight routes. Maybe look. Well, I was going to say look over this area, but that's probably a job for a 0.5 part. But yeah, I'm happy with our progress. This has been Aeon Coaches, episode 16. Thank you very much for watching, and I look forward to seeing you in the next part.